arrived at our hotel in Dubai. It's pretty late here, so just gonna grab some dinner and then get a reasonably early night. And then tomorrow we've got our first session in the evening, giving an introduction to UK property investing, the UK property market. So we'll be chilling out during the day, preparing for that, and then a couple hours in the evening. And then the big session is on Saturday, where we've got, I think, 10 to 15 property investors that are based out in Dubai investing in the UK. We're running a mastermind session with them, so that's what we're really here for and really looking forwards to. But hopefully we'll be able to squeeze in a little bit of tourist stuff, sightseeing, if there's much to do in Dubai whilst we're here as well. But yeah, first priority, let's get some food and then get to bed. At the current estimates, they need 200 to 300,000 houses being built every year to keep up with the increase in demand. Growth in population, a lot of people moving into the country, but also a lot of people choosing to live in smaller households. So where traditionally people would be living in a household of 4 or 5 people, now there is a massive growth in the number of people living on their own or just with one other person. The kind of darker areas towards the bottom are local authority and housing association builds. You can see they've completely dropped off the radar in terms of how many houses they're building. So a lot of the surplus is being picked up as it is with private investors, but there's a huge gap there that still needs to be filled, and there's no reason why that can't be from private investors and developers as well. What were we saying?
Just do it quick.
On our way to brunch.
When in Dubai, you have to do brunch. Something like that. Right,
we're here. Okay,
what are you gonna do?
Just in a taxi, zooming to brunch this morning, running a little bit late as we had a late night last night, so Victoria's in a bit of a mood with me. Not true? No, she's excited. The brunches in Dubai are totally touristy, but well worth doing. Amazing all you can eat food and drink, so gonna go and enjoy ourselves there. The first event that we ran went really well. Feedback from that has been really strong. Great group of people in the room. Everyone seemed really excited about the prospect of investing in the UK property market. Then one of our new friends and one of the guys that's helping organise the events, Joe, showed us around some of the outskirts of Dubai yesterday, kind of behind the scenes tour, what the tourists don't really see. It's a crazy place, so much building going on, so much development. Seems kind of unsustainable, but they keep throwing money at it. And then later on tonight, after brunch, we are going to meet Jeremy, another guy that we know out here, interested in property. But yeah, brunch first and foremost, so let's go and have some fun. After brunch, brunchy brunch, 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 brunch. But before we get into those sessions, could we just do a kind of quick round table just so everyone knows what stage everyone else is at? So what I would like to start with is just you giving us kind of 5-10 minutes on your background and the specific problem that you're facing and what you want us to focus on as a group.
Have you thought about something like funding bridging finance for the next, something that's going to get you a big return? And then when you've got more time.
When you get up to the larger scale developers, I mean, they still need money. If they're doing a £5 million development, that's not because they've got £5 million quid in the bank. But they're the ones that have got the expertise and the credibility to go and do it. So it is tough, whether it's looking for a source or looking for a project manager, looking for somewhere to place your money. There's a lot of ways that you can go wrong, but equally there are people out there who will do it in the right way and look after it. And I guess the question is, how do you find those people?
So the more vanilla stuff, like straight up buy-to-lets or HMOs? Are there individuals or companies you'd recommend for that?
I mean, I know Marta and Lloyd's based depending on where you want to buy, I suppose, because all these people will have their own.
They're the ones in Wales.
That's why I like them.
Wag the dog, Mr. Wag or whatever. And I brought them up on Wednesday night again. I think they did like 20 flips last year.
Yeah.
Now their business has been grown on volume rather than scaling the deals up in terms of value. So they just know their market very well, and what they are creating is like high-end single lets. I said this as well about me in the podcast. You know, I've not spent 3 years building up the podcast reputation to trash it all for the sake of making $5,000.
Yeah.
So I know we got a little bit down with Joel there, kind of sourcing, and sourcing has been a big theme throughout today. But genuinely, I think with the knowledge in this room, the money in this room, there are opportunities to think beyond just the kind of basic buy-to-lets. You can work together to create a lot of wealth. So that was it. The end of the trip kind of snuck up on us, and I spent a lot of the flight home contemplating what we had seen and what we'd discussed over our week in Dubai. It was a phenomenal trip. The feedback we've had so far from both events has been fantastic, which I'm delighted about. And we took a lot of value from it as well, meeting people out there, finding out the struggles that they are facing, and just discussing ways that they can overcome them. Because ultimately, whether it's people looking to invest in the UK from Dubai or people based in the UK looking to invest here, I hear the same problems time and time again. They're struggling to source deals, they're struggling to raise finance, and they're struggling to find good people to work with. So, I mean, if you have a solution to any of those issues, there is a real business there for you to help other people. But ultimately, what we were trying to do was to help them overcome those obstacles themselves and figure out solutions as to how they can invest in property themselves in the UK market. And I think we gave them some good ideas, some good solutions, and hopefully we'll be back out there in a few months to see how they are getting on and see the progress that they've been able to make, and then help them with the next stage of their journeys. Ultimately, they're just looking for financial freedom like all of us are. So they'll keep working towards that, and we'll keep working towards achieving our own financial freedom as well. That's what it's all about for us.